Incredible guy. We're going to get into a whole bunch of different things. How it's almost impossible to date liberals. Debate, excuse me. Definitely, I don't want to date liberals. Debate liberals because they constantly change their position. Now they're arguing that Donald Trump hiked taxes. I thought the Democrats wanted to hike taxes. Of course, it's not true. How do you debate someone where you're like, listen, we're going to debate the mathematical certainty of 3 + 3 = 6. And then 5 minutes later, they're telling you it equals 8, and then it equals 9, then 12, then it equals 2. Like, how do you debate that? It's really hard. He does it live every night, so it's going to be great. And man, did Donald Trump drop a bombshell on True Social right before we came up on the air. We got to talk about that. I got a whole show for you today. This is one of these shows where we're going to cover a lot of material. We got Joy Reid, Peter St. Onge, AOC, Donald Trump, Marco Rubio. A lot of material. Let's get right into it. Boncharge, my favorite health and wellness company. Paula is obsessed with some of their new products. She was using them last night, and my daughter walked in and was like, Ma, what are you doing? You guys heard me do a segment on the various uses of red light therapy recently, right? You know, Paula and I absolutely, it says believe in it, absolutely believe. I am a huge advocate for red light therapy, its benefits. We use Boncharge products religiously. We just got another red light blanket. Paula put it upstairs. She was in it last night. And my daughter walks in, Ma, what are you doing? She said, we got the new red light therapy blanket. Boncharge is a global leader in premium wellness innovation, grounded in science and driven by purpose. They've created solutions that fit easily into any lifestyle, which is why their products work for me. Paula loves the mask, the new blanket, and uses it for about 10 minutes every day. Red light. That red light face mask is lightweight, portable, contours perfectly to your face. Plus, it's suitable for all skin types and supports a more youthful complexion, smoother skin texture, and more. It helps me go to sleep at night. I swear by these products. That's why Paula looks like she's still in her 20s. Look up the benefits of red light therapy. You think I'm making this up here. If you're ready to feel better, go to boncharge.com. Use code Bongino, Bongino, to save 15% on your red light face masks. Get the whole red light blanket while you're at it. Again, that's Boncharge, boncharge.com. Use code Bongino to save 15% on your red light face mask. Big fan. These statements and products have not been evaluated by the FDA. They're not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or condition. Thank you, Boncharge. Justin. Very nice. So, this little bombshell dropped this morning on True Social from President Donald J. Trump. Folks, get ready. It is going to be an eventful 24 hours. It says, quote, I won't read the whole thing, but the beginning, talking about a potential bombing campaign in Iran like nothing we've seen before. He says, quote, a whole civilization will die tonight, never to be brought back again. I don't want that to happen, he notes, but it probably will. However, now that we have complete and total regime change where different, smarter, and less radicalized minds prevail, maybe something revolutionarily wonderful can happen. Who knows? We'll find out tonight. He goes on about the 47 years of extortion. Folks, this is how Donald Trump debates. How many times, Justin, how many times do we have to discuss this? Donald Trump does this all the time for the pearl clutchers, and the people getting their draws in a bunch, pulling out, oh my gosh, Donald Trump. Donald Trump does this over and over. And you guys keep, and ladies out there, keep with the clutching the pearl. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that. He takes a what position? What's the word? He takes a maximalist position. We're going to put 100% tariff on said country because they're not investing enough in the United States and they're taking advantage of us on agricultural products. Doesn't matter the country. You get the point. Meanwhile, in Donald Trump's head is a 10% tariff. But he knows that the country doesn't want 100% tariff on their goods. So what does the country come back with? The country comes back to Donald Trump and says, hey, man, we'll do 15. Donald Trump's thinking, man, that's great. I only wanted 10. How many times? Correct? How many times is this going to happen where the pearl clutchers? I can't believe he said that. To bomb a civilization. He's doing what he always does. This is his negotiating style. Now, he's not bluffing about an attack. That I'm sure of. I mean, he's proven that, correct? The regime has been entirely wiped out. The Iranian Navy is no more. The Iranian ballistic missile capability has been severely reduced. Their drone capability. He's not kidding. However, the discursive rhetorical style he has in his True Social posts is unquestionably a maximalist position he does all the time. Folks, it's exhausting trying to keep up with the level. I can't believe we're going to get him for war crimes. Ted Lieu at it already. Do you see Ted Lieu's tweet? Put that up. Sorry, I'm going a little out of order here, but Ted Lieu, that ridiculous congressman the guy's just a moron. Here's Ted Lieu, Joint Chief of Staff, UCMJ, University Code, Military Justice, and Federal Law prohibit war crimes. Next, he notes that the next administration will prosecute you. And he's just setting up for impeachment. Keep in mind, we have not even engaged in this maximalist civilization-ending bombing campaign, which is not going to be civilization-ending. You know this. It's his negotiating style. And Ted Lieu is not concerned about taking out the Iranian nuclear capacity or finding the 400 kilograms of freaking nuclear material, bro, that could be used to create a potential ICBM one day to nuke a city in the United States. Ted Lieu, the dipshit, is concerned about what? He's concerned about impeaching Donald Trump for a bombing campaign that really, at least the one he's discussing, hasn't even really started yet to the degree he said. Folks, do we really have to get into this too? It is not a war crime to bomb infrastructure when it is used by the military to attack us and attack our allies. It is not a war crime. Ted Lieu is just making that up. Ted Lieu is an idiot. Ted Lieu knows it's not a war crime. Infrastructure is attacked directly and sometimes indirectly, as basically they hit another target and some infrastructure gets hit as well. In war all the time. This is nothing new. I'm not sure if Ted Lieu's just stupid and doesn't know that or does know it's a liar. I'm not sure which one is better, honestly. You know who's committing a war crime? The Iranians, who are telling their civilians to go act as human shields at these facilities because they want them to die. That's a war. That's an actual war crime. What side is Ted Lieu on? I think you know the answer. Not ours. Ted Lieu's the anti-communist. Ted Lieu is friends with our enemies. That's who Ted Lieu is. These guys want us to lose. Folks, it's one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen. This is, again, I had a lot of questions about the Iraq war. Doesn't matter. Who cares what my history was on it? A lot of people had a lot of questions about that. A lot of people had a lot of questions about a lot of the wars and conflicts we've been in. People had questions about Vietnam. I lost my uncle over there. He was shot in the back over there. This is pretty clear cut that they were an enemy. You don't have to agree with military action. They actually chanted death to America. There are government officials on video saying our real goal was to get a nuclear bomb, and they have basically no problem using it. They had a ballistic missile capability, they lied about. Our missiles only go this far. Oh, look, it almost hit Diego Garcia. You guys didn't tell us that. Yeah, we lied. The case that they are an enemy of the United States that could cause us a real problem in the future going forward on a more dramatic scale than the pretty dramatic problems they've caused us in the past through proxy terror attacks is not far-fetched. And the fact that through barely 2 months of this war, that we've had unbelievable military successes, I still don't understand why you're cheering on the wrong side. Like I told you, we got Scott Jennings coming up later as a guest, but here's a clip of Jennings on CNN, engaged in one of his nightly debates, where he always does a great job. We'll ask him about that too. Where, again,